My lecturer wears mask to hide his expression, so students wouldn't get nervous when he's giving marks. My son said, "Look at all the decorations the spiders put up for us." What you used to call these growing up? Friends. My goodness, bucket boy, what's the matter? My eye holes, they won't stop leaking. I'm a useless bucket. Sounds to me like you should try looking at things differently. Oh wow, goggles. I'm filling up with confidence already. My mom saved my dress all these years just for this moment right here. When he lost his things in a house fire, classmates of this Tennessee boy didn't hesitate to help him out. Classmates of Tennessee boy who lost items in fire hold secret toy drive for him. Tulip field in the Netherlands. This looks like a place where all your worst troubles and fears would just disappear. One awesome thing about Eeyore is that even though he's basically clinically depressed, he still gets invited to participate in adventures and shenanigans with all of his friends, and they never expect him to pretend to feel happy. They just love him anyway, and they never leave him behind or ask him to change. I actually went to the shelter to get another dog, but he'd already been adopted, so I decided to do a lap around the facility before I left, and I saw Engelbert. He had about 10 pages of physical problems. His back legs didn't work, his old owners kept him outside, so his ears were completely frostbitten, and he only had 3 teeth. So I thought if I didn't get him, nobody else would. This is it, the day my whole life has been leading up to. Thank you, young man. Card declined. Hey, that looks great. This is it, the day my whole life has been leading up to. Daughter won't let us go anywhere without a trash bag, just in case we find garbage that we need to clean up. She picked this up down our street today. You know, a shark can smell a single drop of blood. Does somebody need a band-aid? I hope that one day I will finally be okay. I'll make a cherry pie when I'm okay. Today is the day. I grew my hair out for over a year to be Bob Ross for Halloween. My wife was a happy little tree. My granny keeps a tray ready at all times in case anyone calls in for a cup of tea. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? How many times must I say it's you before you are satisfied? Humans are so insecure. Are memes art? Definitely, everything that moves you is art. You've got this, you can do it. Encouragement. My sister saw 2 unaccompanied little children in a trench coat giggling amongst themselves yesterday, and I'm absolutely howling. I see 1 fully functional adult in 2 photos. What's the joke? Nobody. Lunch lady, grab a fruit baby. They care more about us than anybody in the entire building. When you get through a yellow light at the last second and see the person behind you made it too. Astronaut Leland Melvin includes his rescue dogs in the best NASA portrait ever. I'm so glad he rescued those dogs from space. My kids just discovered Minecraft, and instead of killing the animals for food, my daughter is building them all farms with beds and food, and trying to figure out how to pet them. My mom introducing me to the other kids, me standing there awkwardly. This is my friend TJ, wearing a costume she made for Halloween 1977. She was 16 at the time. Now keep in mind, there was no internet to search for images. She could not have rented and paused the movie because it wasn't released on video until 1982. No, TJ just went to the movie a bunch of times, took notes with a flashlight, drew a bunch of sketches, and put this together in 1977. So let's bury this bullcrap about how women didn't grow up on Star Wars. People wonder why I'm called a snapping turtle. Well, I'll show ya. Florida man caught illegally feeding wild alligator resists arrest. He's a good boy and he loves bagels. Thank you Mr. Lee for everything. I'm going to miss you. Or Peter, I'm not going anywhere. I will always be by your side. Japan has installed turtle tunnels under train tracks to stop them being killed or derailing a train. Dad, can I watch TV? To watch cartoons? Yes. Actually watches the game with my dad like a boss. Quality time. Let's celebrate Naoko Takeuchi. She was a struggling artist when she created Sailor Moon. I was at a low place, so I write about girls I wished were my friends. My dog after I panic because I accidentally stepped on his paw and made him cry. It's alright, you could never hurt me. Happy birthday Dad. Or thanks. I know you wanted a hat, but I didn't have money for a new one. Don't worry, I know exactly what to do with this one. Nothing will ever compare to the unconditional love between a llama and a grandma. I broke my hand. How will I play the piano now? 9 songs that you can play with one hand. Improvise. Adapt. Overcome. You good? Yeah. No baby, you not good. It's okay to not be good. When you are sad, just remember, jumping spiders sometimes wear water droplets as hats. Grandma. Cookies. Me. Offspring, you will be briefly supervised by my life givers. Superb life givers. Vow to be compliant. We vow. May we. Absolutely. Anything. You deserve this. Sweet sweet infants. I used my cat to practice with my portrait lens, and he killed it. What the F? Grass cells under a microscope. They look so happy. The sun is our mommy, and she is big and very beautiful. That was the cutest thing I have ever read. Anytime someone brings their dog to our house, my 7-year-old immediately fills up a big bowl of water and sets it down where the dog can see it. He has done this every time, for every dog, for at least 2 years now. No one has ever asked him to. I wanna be able to fly. Granted, you are no longer colorblind. You're hired. How autumn begins. You are cute. You are cute too. I was ringing up a winter hat for a man the other day and I said, "Oh, it's so cute. I love the pom-pom on the top." And he smiled and agreed, and a few seconds later he picked the hat out of the bag and said, "You called this a pom-pom?" And I said, "Yes, that's what I call them." And he explained that he was still learning English before he touched the hat again and said pom-pom in a fascinated voice. The beginning. Oh my, you poor thing. Out here all alone. What courage you have. Would you like to come home with me? I'll call you Courage. We'll have a grand time. Boy was bullied for his homemade University of Tennessee shirt, so the school turned it into an official design. Breaks my heart that pirates spend their whole lives following a map, when the real treasure is the friendships they build along the way. I don't belong in a tank. Just kidding. This is wicked radical. Did you guys know there is a biker gang called Rescue Inc. that breaks up dog fighting rings, confronts animal abusers, confiscates neglected animals, and investigates stolen animals? In their last moments, people show you who they really are. Who's the photographer who takes the pictures of Spider-Man? I don't know. His stuff comes by mail. FBI, I need a hug. Dad, why is the FBI here? What's he doing? His best. When somebody compliments your English even though it's your second language. Visible happiness. I can't believe I was lucky enough to get the best dog. My dad and his friends 30 years still going strong. 1989 and 2019. My friends don't even text me back SMH. My neighbor, he's like 10 or 11, just knocked on my door and asked if I could help him bake cookies, since it's his mom's birthday tomorrow and he really likes mine. You better believe I just spent 3 hours baking and decorating cookies with him, lol. He's so sweet.